Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a relatively brief offseason, we're excited to welcome you here to opening day at Paul McGinley Field, our first game of 3 as we kickstart the 2021 fall soccer season. It'll be Willamette facing off against Southwestern University. Southwestern breaks out down to my right. We'll go through their starters first. For head coach Dustin Norman, Jack Files, the junior goalkeeper, starts in between the sticks. Reagan Fortner, Luke Malone, Elliot Miller, Fernando Garduno Jaramillo, one of the captains, will start in midfield. Skylar Frey, Caleb Allen, Jackson DeHaven, Peyton Sullivan, Winston Hebert, and Ashton Bynum will start in the attacking midfield areas. For Willamette and new head coach Sam Adelman, it'll be Anthony Richard Bassett in between the sticks, the fifth-year senior. A back four consisting of Phil Doherty, Omar Dominguez, Piscasio, Max Berner-Hayes, and Mac Vandervelde. Midfield three of Ryan Sato, Pierce Galloway, and Simon Kidder. And the front three, Edwin Ortiz, Artem Baronian, and Sean Kim. Both teams finishing the abbreviated spring season in 2021 undefeated. For Willamette, that meant winning all 8 of their contests. And for Southwestern, that meant 4 wins and 4 draws, including their final matchup of the season in the SCAC semifinal game against Centenary, the eventual champions. A 0-0 draw, over 110 minutes, and a loss in the penalty shootout. That one officially goes down as a draw, and thus an undefeated season for Coach Norman. We are underway here at Paul McGinley Field as it's dropped back to Bynum. And Garduno Jaramillo picks it up in the right back area, launches it down the line. And Doherty puts it out for an early throw-in.
Hey Phil, just see that one out next time.
Southwestern definitely known for their throw-ins, using their throw-ins as set plays. And a lot of that came through Garrison Van Houten over the past few seasons. He's now graduated and moved on, so we'll see. They have a new long throw specialist. Looks like Winston Hebert has picked up the role. He's got the ball in his hands. Launches it into the box. Initial header won by the Bearcats. Helped along, but Garduno Jaramillo keeps it in. Down the line now for Ortiz. He's past one defender, but he cuts back. And it's out of play off Skylar Frey. His name to the SCAC all-freshman team for his exploits in his debut season. One of the few attacking threats in the Southwestern lineup last year. They were down on goal scoring, but they were airtight at the back, conceding just .33 goals a game. And if that was over an entire SCAC season, it would be eligible for the all-time record by some margin. They improved that mark by almost a goal per game. They were at 1.18 the year before. And Coach Norman really tightened things up at the back. That didn't help them on the offensive end, and he acknowledged that in the build-up to this game, that the offensive end is really where they're looking to improve. They're all back defensively at the moment as Willamette controls possession in the Southwestern half. Coach Norman urges his team to take a few steps up. DeHaven's closest, putting pressure on the ball. Galloway launches a diagonal across the field. And the referee's whistle goes for the first time today. Head official Elton Garcia whistles against the Pirates. And Ryan Sato will stand over the free kick. Berner-Hayes making a late run into the box. He's certainly the main threat from set pieces. Senior center back, standing at 6'4". As it is launched in towards Berner-Hayes, he's closest to it, but he commits a foul, challenging for the ball. 17 goals and 6 assists coming from that center back position for Max Berner-Hayes across his collegiate career. He's one of a few seniors that participated in the only ever NCAA tournament run for the Bearcats, and that ended right here at Paul McGinley Field back in 2017-2018. Falling 1-0 to the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, who we will actually see face off against Trinity here in a couple weeks. Should be a good ASC versus SCAC matchup, as UMHB actually took care of SCAC opponents TLU comfortably 4-0 the other night. Certainly something for Trinity to look out for. At the moment, though, it's Willamette looking out for Jackson DeHaven. He's in the corner, cuts back for Jaramillo. Cross sent in, controlled by Frey at the top of the box. Frey lays it off for Hebert. And he was really stretching as he put that effort towards goal, and it skewed wide towards the corner flag. It'll be a goal kick. Back with Richard Bassett, who splits time. And the Willamette goal. His clearance here is blocked, and Cannon's right back into his arms. We expect to see Carnevale in the second half. They split time all of last season and have continued to do so in the first two exhibition games for the Bearcats this year. Good effort from Doherty to keep that in play, but he's put Bernard Hayes under some pressure. The center back forced into a lunging tackle that Coach Norman didn't like. Called a little bit reckless in his conversation with the official at the moment. Eventually it's a Southwestern throw. Luke Malone. It's plenty of air underneath this one, and Bernard Hayes once again heads it out for another throw. This one's still not in long throw territory for the Pirates. But nevertheless, they'll have a corner as that one flicks off the head of Doherty. Bynum will take. He was an honorable mention All-SCAC player as a freshman and really struggled last season. Only got in 4 games due to injuries. But I think everyone around the conference knows he's probably the most creative player in this Pirates lineup. This corner doesn't have much underneath it. Jaramillo keeps it in play with a deft touch off the right foot. But the runners were already in retreat. And Richard Bassett can control it and send the Bearcats up the field. He rolls it into midfield where Kidder drops it back. Space for Galloway as he turns. Looks to pick out a teammate, but Bynum tracking back. Takes it off the toes of the Bearcats. Fortner across to Malone. Jaramillo into the channel where DeHaven is onside. And Dominguez Pascasio comes across, puts it out for a corner. That was a good run from Jackson DeHaven. And a really good ball from Jaramillo. If Bynum is the most creative, Jaramillo is certainly the most technical player in yellow today. He's now been captain for a couple of seasons, and he was named to that SCAC honorable mention team alongside Ashton Bynum 2 years ago. The last full season of action for the Pirates. Better shape on this one from Bynum. The header's won by Southwestern, but sent clear then by Ortiz. Only one in the attack at the moment is Baronian for the Bearcats, but he's kept it alive, and now he's got teammates in support. Back in behind now for Kim. 3 runners in the area as Kim lofts it across. Wide open header. And a chance for Pierce Galloway. First real opportunity of the game for either side. And it's palmed away by Jack Viles. Great counterattack there from the Bearcats, and they'll look to make it count now from the corner kick. Ortiz raises both hands, the in-swinging delivery on its way. Sent towards the back post. Dominguez Pascasio closest. They're going to get another chance to serve this one in. Bynum with the block, and it'll be a throw in deep in Pirate territory. See if the Bearcats answer in turn and try and loft this one into the box. Instead, they go short towards Galloway. Top of the 18. Left-footed service didn't have enough air underneath it. And Skylar Frey overhits that pass, so Bynum will have to check back.
Wait for it.
Time for Malone.
No.
Looks like a back three in possession for Southwestern. Jaramillo filling in at the right back at times just to find space and pick up the ball. It's turned over in midfield. And Willamette control possession.
Patience!
A moment of space for Ryan Sato. Goes back to Galloway. Galloway with a diagonal over the top. Just over hit. That applause coming from the Willamette bench. It was intended for Mac van der Velde. The right back making a surge into the attack. Good touch from Ortiz. Make it Kim, on the far side. Kim sends it in on the left foot. Sent skyward and clear by Southwestern. Burner Hayes continues to look dominant in the air. He wins that one over the exasperated Jackson DeHaven. DeHaven sets almost a screen there. And made the run forward, but the pass intended for him, put out for a throw on the far side. See a few fans, presumably of a Southwestern persuasion, making the trip down for today's game. Just over an hour trip from Georgetown for Coach Norman and the boys. Much further trip coming down from Oregon for Willamette. We got in yesterday. And they're slated for 3 games this weekend. This is the first for a face-off with Trinity, the home team, on Sunday. And a matchup out of the Pacific Northwest against Oxy on Labor Day morning. So 3 games across 4 days, just the Saturday off for the Bearcats. And this will be their last tune-up before conference starts. Here's Kim coming in field. Wide now for Sato. Sato has it taken away, but blocks the clearance, keeping the pressure high for the Bearcats. Ortiz again, another block clearance. It arrives at the feet of Ashton Bynum. Finally sent clear by Luke Malone. Jaramillo tried to go with the outside of the foot as the runners were sprinting forward down the left wing. It's back with the Bearcats. I mentioned they've got these 3 games, and that's it. They'll have a week and a half off before they start conference play on September 18th against Whitworth. So they're going to have to make the most of these 3 games in 4 days. Kim thought about the shot from distance, cut onto his left. This one's going to spin and stay in play in the corner. Kim takes it off the toes of the defender to the top of the box. The left-footed shot ends up as a pass for Edwin Ortiz. On the turn now, the left-footed effort from Sato deflects over the bar, out for a corner. The midfielders for Willamette causing a lot of problems for Southwestern, popping up in some unfamiliar spaces. Don't believe these 2 teams have ever faced off. And with a new coach at the helm for Willamette, this is a first look really for anybody at what Coach Adelman's trying to do with his team. He spent a couple years as the assistant. And when Jared Rust stepped down over the offseason, it was Adelman who stepped up. Certainly seems to have a good rapport with his team. He's a Willamette alum, played 4 seasons for the Bearcats. And everyone has really sung his praises wherever he's gone. He spent a lot of time working in professional women's soccer. He was part of the Portland Thorns program before staying in Oregon, but moving to Willamette, where he was the assistant for the women's and men's team, and now takes over the men's team as the full-time head coach. Fortner puts it ahead. Ball bouncing at the halfway line. Vandervelde gets it under control. Sends the ball towards the box. It's brought down. Chance now as the tackle comes in, and we're headed to the spot. Arden Baronian used his body well, kept it away from the defender who went for the sliding challenge and went through the man. There'll be a chance for Willamette to open the scoring here in their first official contest of the year. And Ryan Sato is the one with the ball in his hands. Still protests coming from a couple of the Southwestern players. Last year's Southwestern season ended on penalties. It's going to start with a penalty kick for the opposition here in San Antonio. Sato, the senior midfielder out of Sunnyvale, California. He's going to face off with junior goalkeeper Jack Viles. He's getting his instructions at the moment from the referee. Viles notably was taken out of the penalty shootout in favor of Jackson Kruger, the senior, last year. Does he feel his coach and his team have confidence in him facing a spot kick to start the 2021 season? Final word from the official. Sato's had his time to think about it. Can he pick his spot and execute to perfection? Stutter step for Sato. And it's saved. And the rebound again held by Viles. What a start to the campaign for the junior goalkeeper. Diving down to his left and grabbing the rebound as well. He's got to be very pleased with that. Still, though, Southwestern are going to have to make some adjustments. They're under pressure. And yet to really threaten at the other end. Malone ready and waiting with the throw towards DeHaven, but again, the imposing frame of Berner Hayes too much. And a quick conversation here between the official and Peyton Sullivan. As I think we've got an alarm drill going on here on campus. Looks like a test. If you can hear that. Don't worry, it's only a test. But it's the real deal for the first time at Paul McGinley Field this year. Southwestern 1-0 already on the season. They faced off against McMurray and got off to a winning start, 3-0. Goals coming from DeHaven, Panetta, and Dabert. We'll see McMurray women's soccer later today. 6 o'clock kickoff against Trinity. We'll look to continue with the momentum that they have built up over the last 5 or so seasons, but notably last year when they just walked through the SCAC championship tournament in record-breaking fashion. Should be good to see some of the new faces and a lot of the returning faces for Coach Dylan Harrison. They come in ranked number 21 in the nation, Trinity women's soccer. Galloway looks for the run in behind. Baronian is not going to track this one down. It goes behind for a goal kick. 3 goals last season for Arden Baronian, who drew the penalty. Sean Kim, the leading goal scorer for the Bearcats. He's out on the right wing today. He had 4 goals and 2 assists across the 8-game season. Time in the center circle for the Bearcats. They bring it forward, wide now for Kim. 2 in the area, puts it across. He's going to get another chance at it. His initial cross was repelled. A couple of step overs and steps to his left. And the referee's whistle goes once again, this one 20 or so yards from goal. Sato, who certainly scored a few free kicks in his day for the Bearcats. Couldn't convert from the penalty spot. Is he going to get another chance here? From much further out, looks like he's the one over it. Last full season for Ryan Sato in 2019. He was first team All Northwest Conference with 6 goals and 7 assists. He's got a lot of quality in that left foot. Can he shake off the penalty miss and put his team in front here from the free kick? 3 in the wall for the Pirates. Sato over the top of the wall and over the top of the bar. Harmless effort in the end from the Californian midfielder. Willamette not losing any key contributors from their 2020 roster. Their only senior that played all 8 games was Richard Bassett, and he came back as a 5th year this year. Also added 9 new players to the roster. First recruiting class under coach Sam Adelman. 5 of those 9 new recruits making the trip down to Texas for these 3 opening games of the 2021 season. That one too much on it for Skylar Frey to track down. Vandervelde takes the throw quickly for Kidder. Southwestern now pressing higher. And a great turn from Kidder. Now there's 5 players caught up the field for Southwestern. If the Bearcats can move it quickly, they've got an overload down this left side. The Pirates get back effectively. Still space though in midfield for Galloway. Looks forward and he finds Edwin Ortiz in the half space. Overlap comes from Doherty. Sato drops it back for Burner Hayes. Southwestern protesting for a handball. Looks like incidental contact according to Elton Garcia. Plenty of time for Burner Hayes. He looks up, finds a man in midfield. It's wide now for Doherty. This time a right-footed service. It's a good arc on the ball towards the back post, but just overhit. Just about 3 minutes away from the hydration break as it's, let me check the weather, it feels like over 100 degrees here in San Antonio, Texas. Listed at 95 at the moment in the hot Texas sun. It's going to be hot all weekend, highs of 99 on Sunday, and a chance of rain potentially on Labor Day when Willamette will face off against Occidental. Occidental College coming in last night, and they'll face off against Trinity tonight at 8 o'clock local time. Bynum draws the free kick. Some good dribbling past a couple defenders there, just inside the Willamette half. Skylar Frey takes charge of the free kick. And he's moved it up about 6-7 yards from where the ball was initially placed. Ortiz being told to step back. And the required 10. 6 yellow shirts make their runs into the penalty area, but Skylar Frey overhits it, and Dominguez Piscasio happy to see that one over the line. Pair of corners for each side and 2 shots on goal for the Bearcats, as the Pirates yet to test Richard Bassett, the goalkeeper for Willamette. He's actually got a remarkable record over the past 2 seasons. He's given up .17 goals against per 90. He played 45 minutes of all 8 games last year. Again, splitting time in between the sticks. He's only given up 1 goal over the past 2 years for the Bearcats. The senior out of Salem, Oregon. Always communicating. You hear maybe him screaming, organizing the back line. Southwestern knock it around theirs. Now it's Jaramillo on the left. Has it poked away. Still looking to track it down, but Galloway launches it forward. So not going to get back to the goalkeeper. So Malone launches it skyward, doesn't get a ton of distance on the clearance. Neither does Sullivan. And it's out of play for a Willamette throw. And we will take that water break. Take it with them. You're watching the opening game of the 2021 fall soccer season here at Paul McGinley Field. It's 0-0 between the Southwestern Pirates and the Willamette Bearcats. We'll be right back. All set to get back underway here following the hydration break. The big moment of the game so far, the penalty save by Jack Viles in the 14th minute, denying Ryan Sato a chance to open the account for the Bearcats this season. Southwestern immediately regains possession. Jaramillo puts it into the channel. Frey tracks down the second ball. Can't do anything with it. It's out for a goal kick. Certainly a clash of styles between the two teams. Willamette looking to create chances through their build-up. We've seen a lot of movement and rotation in the midfield to find space and play through possession. Southwestern, though, it's simple. Immediately, as soon as they get the ball, runners forward, looking for the ball over the top, trying to create goal-scoring opportunities or throw-ins or corners. Any type of set piece will do for Coach Norman. But I think if you had to ask which team was happier with the opening 22 minutes, it would probably be the Bearcats and Coach Adelman, who, of course, went closest from the penalty, but they've also threatened, and the system looks really far along for a first-year head coach already. Of course, he came from within. He's not a completely new face for these players, but he would have brought his own ideas to the table once Coach Rust stepped down. Sato, pass one, drops the shoulder and takes a shot on the left foot. Ryan Sato! What a goal! I guess he just doesn't do easy goals. The penalty was too close for him. Decided 25 yards into the top corner. Might look a little better on the highlight reel. Take a bow, Ryan Sato. Full of confidence. You saw him step past a couple defenders. And you thought, he's taking away his angle to shoot here. Not at all. Arcing towards the back post. Nothing that Viles could do about it. And Southwestern respond with 6 changes to their lineup, including bringing the other captain onto the field, Nathaniel Blake. He'll start in the left mid spot with Jaramillo. The other one wearing the armband here on the right. Theo Givens in pursuit. Tries to get around the defender, and it's not controlled that time by Bassett. And the subs making an instant impact, trying to respond to going behind. They've got a corner, and they've got plenty of height on the field. Michael Grimm, the first-year midfielder out of South Lake Carroll High School, stands over the corner, just 2 back to deal with Sean Kim and his threat going the other way. It's towards the near post. It's going to come back now for Grimm. His second service not dealt with. Southwestern got a shot towards goal. It looks like it was Luke Malone, who's kept his place after the substitutions, who turned it towards the back post but couldn't keep it on frame. Willamette goes short from the goal kick. Vandervelde drops it back, and Dominguez Piscasio sensed the pressure and launched it forward. It was almost brought under control by Baronian. No changes yet for the Bearcats. A couple of players stirring down to my left. Certainly be a test of the preseason fitness for Willamette, playing 3 games in 4 days, and in the Texas heat, where they certainly won't be accustomed to. 3 in the attack now for Southwestern. Here's Blake on the left wing. Leaves it behind him, and it's now through for Blake, but the flag goes up. It was given back to him by Andrew Hernandez, junior midfielder out of Allen, who returns to the team this year after a couple years away. Put up 3 goals and 5 assists in 40 games across 2 seasons. This will be his first year under Coach Dustin Norman. Taking the number 10 shirt of Luis Ramirez, who ended up making 50 appearances in his Southwestern career. Senior graduating after last season, along with Jackson Kruger and Garrison Van Houten. Just losing 3 seniors, and really only one that played a huge role, and that was Van Houten. Between his defensive stoutness and his long throw-ins, he'll be the one to replace. Although, according to Coach Norman, it's really about goal scoring this year. They want to find the back of the net, and Ashton Bynum in the lead-up to this game talked about that. He said attacking is something we're going to focus more on this season. We know how to defend, he says, but now it's time to put goals in the back of the net. And Coach Norman responded and said, I think we brought in some guys who can put the ball in the back of the net. A couple of them on the field at the moment. Theo Givens Car Panetta leading the line. Last year it was Theo Givens with the 7 shirt. Looks like he's not back with the team, at least on the roster for this weekend. So it's Car Panetta, the sophomore forward, standing at 6'4", out of Austin, Texas, who commits the foul on this occasion. And Hernandez, not happy, puts 2 hands in the chest of Galloway. A couple more subs waiting in the wings for the Pirates. And one ready for Willamette. Kim on the right wing. Looks off the attentions of Nathaniel Blake. And once again, Kim steps past the Southwestern captain. He's dumped to the turf. And the yellow card is out for Elliott Miller. First collegiate game for the Houston, Texas native, and first yellow card to his name. A good area for Willamette. Looks like they're going to go for the left foot of Ryan Sato, which we already saw in its full glory on the opening goal. Only a couple stay back for the Bearcats. They're looking for the second goal here. Sato lofts it towards the back post. And Berner Hayes, the target. Berner Hayes met it. Couldn't keep the header on target. And now plenty of changes coming for both teams. Ruedas, Varav, and Abdul Ali into the game. Baronian off. Sato off. And one other player for the Bearcats, which I missed. Three changes as well for Southwestern, so it's almost a completely different lineup that started the game for Coach Norman. Jackson Gill drops it off. Keegan Hardy all the way back to Scott Wilson. Another foul drawn by Galloway. Looks like Vandervelde, who was the third withdrawn for the Bearcats. So Abdul Ali takes his position at right back. And Luke Varav, the first-year midfielder, goes in to the areas that Ryan Sato was occupying. Scott Wilson heads that one out for a throw. And looks like Varav going to line up a long throw in here. The Newbury, California native. Takes a few steps back from the line. He's got Ortiz right next to him, but he does opt to loft it in. And Berner Hayes tries to flick it on at the near post, and in doing so wins a corner. 15 minutes to go here in the first half. The Bearcats in front, thanks to a Ryan Sato golazo after he previously missed a penalty. He's written all the headlines himself so far. He finds himself on the bench at the moment, grabbing a rest. The Bearcats look to double their lead. Berner Hayes heads it back across. Strong fist from Viles. Not completely cleared, though. As it breaks for the Bearcats, and the ball comes across, and the flag goes up. Great ball in for Ruelas to attack. And he put it on target, but he left early. Ruelas scored 22 and assisted 10 in 25 games when playing for, probably butcher this one, Chemeketa Community College. He transferred to Willamette ahead of last season. Got 2 assists off the bench in 3 games. Blake dumped to the turf. And another free kick on the way for the Pirates. Looks like Mabry, the junior midfielder, out of Dripping Springs. He raises the left hand and sends a low ball into the box. Kept alive by the Pirates, but Panetta over hits the cross. And they'll have to retreat as Richard Bassett has a goal kick. Still nothing on target for the Pirates in response to the goal from Willamette. Ruelas battling, but he loses out. And Southwestern launches it down the field. Dropped all the way back to the goalkeeper, well shielded by Dominguez Piscasio. Richard Bassett can't keep it in play. It's in touch in front of the limited number of fans gathering on the far side. A little too hot for the neutral fans to come out at 2 o'clock on a Friday. Just the dedicated Willamette and Southwestern faithful who made the trip. Looks like Eric Jorgensen, the left back, is the one with the ball in his hands at the moment. He's taking his time, eventually does send it in. Challenging for it was Panetta, but he lost out, and the Bearcats have a chance maybe to go the other way. But Jorgensen across to deal with that. Settled in midfield by Kidder. And good composure shown there by Varev, playing above his ears. He's got a good head on his shoulders for a first-year midfielder. Thrust into the action here on opening day. And I think on that one, Berner Hayes might suffer from the effects of Coach Norman and the Southwestern bench shouting. It looked like a clean tackle from my vantage point, just about 5 yards away. Studs were slightly up, but came nowhere near Andrew Hernandez's leg, who lay stricken for the moment. Now he's back up, helped up by Elton Garcia, the official. No yellow card for Berner Hayes, just a free kick right on the halfway line. And Michael Grimm, we saw take corner kicks earlier, will take this one. Lots of air underneath it. It's into a good area just at the top of the box. Berner Hayes uses all of his 6'4" frame to win it, and immediately the Bearcats go the other way. There's 3 in the attack. It's really well dealt with by Keegan Hardy. And the ball in behind. Keeper comes. He's going to have to leave it. I think Panetta probably could have done more with that, whether it was drawing a foul on the goalkeeper or rounding him and putting it into the back of the net himself. Looks like maybe an injury concern here for Sean Kim. And he'll be replaced by Max Brown on the right wing. Couple players for Willamette grabbing water here. We wait for the goal kick to come in. Reaches the halfway line. First touch for Max Brown is a little heavy. Brown, the junior forward from Morgan Hill, California, scored his first 2 collegiate goals last year, both coming against Linfield. It was an interesting schedule for the Bearcats last year. They only played 3 teams in official games across their 8 games. They played Linfield and George Fox 3 times each, and Pacific twice. Never left Oregon last year. Immediately, straight out of the gate, come to Texas, get far away from Oregon here in 2021. Good work from Edwin Ortiz. And good composure from Galloway with players all around him just to find a teammate. Likewise for Simon Kidder. Protest for handball, but the Bearcats play on. There's 5 in the attack at the moment. And space ahead of Abdul Ali. He lifts it into the area, just over the head of Ruelas. And a slice clearance means the pressure is sustained at the moment for Willamette. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. It's the Bearcats in front, 1-0. But it's Southwestern who advance the ball into the attacking third now. Hernandez. Wanted the ball in behind. The Pirates keep a hold of it. Here's Hernandez again with some space. A low cross is under hit. And Berner Hayes deals with it. No release at the moment for Willamette. So they're back in their defensive setup. Ruelas pressing high.
Seth, 25. You gotta drop in, Seth. Seth, drop in 25. We already have Simon.
Conversation going on at the moment between Ryan Sato and Coach Adelman to my left. Not too far apart in age, Coach Adelman and his players. And you certainly see a mutual respect here as they talk about the tactics of the game and the midfield setup of the two teams. Sato is such an experienced player. And he's the difference at the moment. Had a chance from the penalty spot, couldn't convert, and instead scored a terrific goal from long range.
17 for 11.
It's brought down by Blake at the top of the box. Blake pass one, gets the shot on. And protest for a free kick not given. It'll be a goal kick instead. And immediately, another change coming. Ben Boswell enters the game for Edwin Ortiz, who looked bright down the left, I believe credited with the assist on the Sato goal. So an all change front three to see out the half for the Bearcats. Wide for Ali. Ali down the line, couldn't keep it in play. Max Brown was waiting for the pass, but it's over the line before it got to him. That one flicked off the head of Ali. And Jorgensen, the lunging tackle, sends it 40 yards down the field. Jorgensen has stayed down. Eric Jorgensen ended last season with a tough injury on the left leg. That was in Shreveport, Louisiana. And you wonder maybe if he aggravated that on this lunge.
Great ball.
Looks like he's back up on his feet, which is good to see. You feared the worst at the time when he went down in that semifinal game. It looked like it could be as serious as maybe even an Achilles injury. Clearly not, though, if he's back in action now, just a couple months later. And he's back up on his feet, ready to go again. Kidder finds Galloway, dropped off for Berner Hayes. Scott Wilson jumped the passing lane, put it out for a throw. Phil Doherty will take. Doherty onto the foot of Galloway, sends it forward. Header one by Max Brown. Boswell gives chase, and Max Brown won the header once again, but he didn't have much idea where it was going. Kept in play here by Ben Boswell. He turns. And Doherty lays stricken after the coming together. No one's ever accused Southwestern of going into a challenge lightly. Talking before the game, Coach Norman wanted to make sure that his team was never outworked, and he said that we want to make sure when a team plays us, regardless of their physicality or technique, they know that they've been in a game. I think Willamette, despite really controlling most of possession and being in front in the scoreboard, don't feel that they've been in a game with some of the tackles that have come in these opening 41 minutes. Keegan Hardy, the last to head up the field for the Pirates, as Viles moves the ball a yard or so to the left and readies himself for the goal kick. Goal kick clears half field by a few yards, but met by the head of Abdul Ali. Strong challenge there from Varev. Sebastian Ruelas. Great line-breaking pass into midfield now. Galloway skips past one. He's got a couple players in the attack to help out. Galloway forced wide. And he leaves the pass short, turning over possession to the yellow and black. Last touch off Simon Kidder. But a flash of the ability of Sebastian Ruelas. The reason he grabbed 2 assists in just 3 games last year. Squeezed that ball through a really tight window to create the chance for Galloway. Here's Galloway again for Max Brown. Ruelas holds it up. Now Varev entering the area. Varev on the right foot, just wide. It's been a great impression for Luke Varev off the bench here in the first half, his first collegiate game. He's looked good in the tackle, and he's exploited some spaces going forward as well. Jorgensen, maybe just thinking about that injury in the back of his head from moments ago, didn't go too hard into that challenge, and Varev made him pay. Doherty's clearance blocked. And now there's numbers in the attack for Southwestern. Acuna, and the first big save for Willamette, as Anthony Richard Bassett didn't really have to move, but he had to get down and palm it away from the goal. Best chance of the game for the Pirates. And it fell for Rodrigo Suarez Acuna. Bearcats have to just see this half out. A minute and a half remaining. Eric Jorgensen about to loft the long throw into the box. Keegan Hardy presents a short option. He's waved off by the coaching staff, and the ball's lofted in, flicked on at the near post. And a wild effort goes well wide of the goal. We approach the 1 minute mark.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
In the first half. Strong showing from Willamette, the side representing the Northwest Conference, coming down from Oregon. Doherty puts that one into touch. Bearcats will be very satisfied with the 1-0 on the scoreboard right now. Of course, could have been 2. Ryan Sato converted the penalty, but then maybe he wouldn't have had the chip on his shoulder to take the shot on from 20 yards. That ended up breaking the deadlock. Southwestern looking to even it up right before the break. Blake's got himself back on side. Nathaniel Blake takes the shot on the left foot, deflects behind. Don't think there'll be time for this corner kick. Blake's trying to force it. 3 seconds on the clock as it's whipped in towards the near post, and he didn't get enough on it. And that'll do it for the first half. Ryan Sato's wonder strike off the left foot is the difference at the moment. As Coach Norman will have some words with his team, likewise Coach Adelman, although you imagine the mood will be much happier in the Willamette camp over the break. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second 45. You're watching NCAA soccer action here on the Tiger Network. Two sides separated by 2,000 miles geographically, separated by one moment of magic in the first half from Ryan Sato. It's 1-0 heading into the second 45 of action. We're back playing here at Paul McGinley Field. And Willamette control possession. Willamette had the penalty missed by Sato, who then followed that up with a wonder goal to bring his team in front. And Willamette certainly had more of possession and more of the opportunities. 7 shots in total, 3 on target for the Bearcats compared to 4 shots, 1 on goal for Southwestern. That one shot coming late in the first half, turned away by Richard Bassett, who keeps his place in between the sticks. You line up for the Bearcats: Richard Bassett, Van der Velde, Dominguez Piscasio, Berner Hayes, Ali, Galloway, Varav, Sato, Jet Star, making his first appearance of the game. Sebastian Ruelas and Sean Kim round out the attack. Here is Kim. Drops it back to Ali. In midfield for Varav, who's now the most central of the 3. Showed well, the first-year midfielder in the opening frame. Ruelas looking to pounce on a loose ball. It's cleared away by the Pirates. Coach Norman and Ashton Bynum both talking a lot about adding to their offensive game this season. And they did that in the first game of the season when they beat McMurray 3-0 up against a higher quality of opponent, though so far we haven't seen a ton in the attack for the Pirates. In the attack right now, it's Kim. Here's Kim, a chance for 2. A golden opportunity and a big save for Jack Vile. It's not the first time he's had to come up with a strong hand for his team. A miscue at the back meant Sean Kim had all kinds of time and maybe didn't take advantage of just how much space he had in behind. It'll be a corner for Willamette. Everyone back defending in yellow and black. And spilled by Viles, but he holds it after one bounce. And the Pirates head up the field to punt, looking for the head of Panetta. But as we've gotten used to so far in this game, it's Max Berner Hayes winning anything and everything in the air. Can't find a pass in field. And Dominguez Piscasio just puts his foot through it as there's pressure coming. Jorgensen's header gives possession back to the Bearcats. Van der Velde, who started the game at right back, now playing on the left as Abdul Ali keeps his place at right back. Came on as a sub in the first half. Ruelas looking to buy a says nothing doing. And this one sent into touch by Southwestern. Looks like Gill and Panetta, the 2 furthest forward for Southwestern, as this one's launched over the top for Jet Star. First chance of the game for Jet Star. He drops it off for Van der Velde. Van der Velde wanted a slip pass in behind. Didn't have a runner on the same page. And there's a man down at the moment for Southwestern. It's Andrew Hernandez. Bynum immediately off the bench, ready to replace him. Hernandez playing in his first collegiate game in a couple seasons. Went on a hiatus from the team and returned this year. Got plenty of experience, but maybe still working back to full match fitness after a long time on the sidelines. Goal kick was helped on, but possession recovered by Van der Velde. Interesting throw-in maneuver on the far side for Southwestern. Ended up just being one player leaving it for the other, but caught some oohs and ahs from the Bearcat bench to my left. Strong tackle from Varev. It's at the feet of Ruelas. And it's wide now for Kim. Ali. Infield. Stinked in behind for Ruelas by Ryan Sato. Tracked down by Dominguez Piscasio. It's at the feet now of Brenner Hayes. Towards the sideline for Sean Kim, who had some room but ran out of it as that ball went into touch. Eric Jorgensen out of South Lake Carroll High School takes the throw in, only as far as Abdul Ali. Gets it going the other way. Jet Star battling for possession, loses out to Scott Wilson. Brenner Hayes back to the goalkeeper, launches it long. Scott Wilson first to the ball. Can't connect with a teammate immediately after. It'll be a Willamette throw. Good turn on the far side. It arrives at the feet of Ruelas. And Ruelas called for a foul using his hands and coming together again on the far side. And immediately in response to that, Arden Baronian is going to take Sebastian Ruelas out of the game at the next opportunity. Header one by Willamette. Bynum takes the volley from the top of the box. And now will be a chance for that throw. Or excuse me, for that sub. As Baronian replaces Ruelas. Coach Adelman just trying to keep tempers level. Nervous moment at the back. And Sato used his body well enough to get a foul and get his team out of the pressure. As perhaps you'd expect, not the same energy from either side that we saw in the first half. First game of the season for Willamette, first game in the Texas Sun, and just second game of the year for Southwestern, although you expect they'll keep the energy up. Searching for a goal, and plenty of players in reserve. Willamette just bringing 21 on the road trip. Good work from Ali, shielding the ball. Jorgensen regains possession. Now he's got two white shirts putting the pressure on him. And space on the far side for Jet Star. He lays it wide for Vandervelde. Varev wide for Ali, who takes it on the chest. Varev miscontrols it. An important area, now a transition opportunity for Willamette. Ali stops the counter. Hard collision there with Bynum. Surprised maybe not to see the yellow card come out for Abdul Ali as he stopped the transition opportunity for the Pirates, but I think he got close enough to the ball. The referee gave him the benefit of the doubt there. Michael Grimm, first-year midfielder, another one out of South Lake Carroll. Raises the left hand and sends this one in. Panetta can't control it. And chance for Willamette to get up the field. All the way back to Jack Viles. Encouraging his team now to spread the field. As he comes wide for Jorgensen down to his left. Jorgensen down the line. Acuna loses the ball. He had the best opportunity for Southwestern in the first half, saved by Richard Bassett. Varev combining well to get it down to Ali. Up the right side, Ali to the top of the box. Baronian can't turn. And Southwestern look to play out. Bynum gets his head up, checks back. Finds the feet of Jorgensen. There's Acuna. Lifts it in behind. Comes off the back of Piscasio. He looked composed the whole time as he eventually got it back to Richard Bassett. Another tackle won by Varev. Varev went on the overlap, and now he's got to track back as Southwestern regained possession. Jaramillo battling for it. It pops wide for Jet Star. Got to be one of the best names on either roster today. Jettstarr. Midfielder out of Portland, Oregon. His second year. Last year made 6 appearances, 3 starts. Still looking for his first collegiate goal or assist. Another line change on its way for Southwestern. Looks like 5 changes coming. This may break at the top of the box for Baronian. Tries to combine with Kim. Can't get the ball back. Willamette making Southwestern do the defensive work at the moment. They're usually happy to do so. I mentioned just gave up .33 goals per 90 last year. Even less than that, actually. Goals per game per 90 would have been closer to .2. A few double overtime 0-0 draws, including the game in which they ultimately fell in penalty kicks to Centenary. That ended their season last year. An unconventional, undefeated year for Coach Norman. A much more conventional, undefeated year for Willamette, going 8-0. Though even that came with many a caveat, of course, in the COVID-shortened spring season, in which the Bearcats only played 3 different opponents and never left the state of Oregon. But you can only beat what's in front of you, and that's what they did 8 times out of 8 last season. Miscommunication at the back. And Piscasio does enough to smuggle that clear. And now the subs come in for the Pirates. DeHaven, Frey, Caleb Allen, Sullivan, and Hebert. All starters, all returning to the game here with 32 minutes left in the 90. After an extended break either side of halftime. Should it be fresh and ready to go. Trying to find the equalizing goal. That one lofted in by Hebert. And out of it they win a corner, which Bynum will take. It goes short. Instead, they think twice about it. Skylar Frey checked and had some time, but Pierce Galloway was alert to the danger and got out to disrupt So Bynum will instead send it in. Good shape on the service, and it's cleared off the line. Still right at the doorstep for the Pirates, and it comes to Bynum, who dinks it towards the back post. And it's just over the bar. Richard Bassett was at full stretch. And I couldn't tell you much of what happened there in the scramble inside the 6-yard box, except that it never went over the line. I believe it was Ali who made the crucial block. And for now, the lead's preserved. Pinpoint ball across from Bernard Hayes. And Viles just about sees that one into his arms, as Jetstar made him think twice about it. We expected maybe to see goalkeeper rotation for the Bearcats with Pierluca Carnevale on the bench and splitting time all last season. Looks like it's Richard Bassett's job for today. Clearly two very capable goalkeepers, though, for Willamette, and Richard Bassett has done nothing wrong to be taken out of this game. He's still only conceded 1 goal over now 3 seasons, if you count today as the start of the 2021 campaign. 10 games, 7 of which were starts. He's only conceded 1 goal. Though at the moment, I do see Pierluca Carnevale stripping and changing, getting his uniform on. Looks like we may indeed see the sophomore goalkeeper here in the second half. The sub that's currently waiting for Willamette is Simon Kidder. And he'll be coming in for Pierce Galloway at the next opportunity. He'll wait here, though, as it's a Southwestern throw. Jorgensen takes the throw, flicks off the head of Ali. Jaramillo brings it out of the sky. Bernard Hayes sends it right back skyward and into the Southwestern half. Good challenge that time by Sean Kim, but Jorgensen won the header, and it's helped on by Haber. Bynum takes the throw. Dominguez Piscasio across, puts it out. This one very much in long throw territory. Winston Hebert will wait. Scott Wilson makes his way forward from the back. Skylar Frey checks short. Not fooling anybody, though, as this one's lofted towards the near post. And helped on by Baronian. Sean Kim gives chase, and Jorgensen drops it back. Fortner given all the time he'd like. 30 or so yards from his own goal. DeHaven brings it down. Sliding tackle takes it off his feet. And now there's 3 in the attack for Willamette. Jetstar to his left. Baronian to his right. Pass overhit for Arden Baronian. And again, it's a Southwestern throw, so Simon Kidder will continue to wait. Referee insisting Jorgensen stops his advance down the sideline and just take the throw, which he does, right to the feet of Sean Kim. Kim shoved off the ball. Ali thought he had a throw in instead. He went the direction of Southwestern, and now it is Pierluca Carnevale ready to check in alongside Kidder. So we'll get a goalkeeping change for the final 25 or so minutes. Jet Star sends his defender to the turf. He advances into the area. Now the left-footed shot from Star comes off the post, but it's turned in at close range from Baronian. Willamette double the lead. And it was all created by Jet Star, so close to scoring himself, but as it came off the post, it was turned in, maybe almost unknowingly, I believe by Baronian. We'll get final confirmation of that here in a moment. Kidder into the game. So to Carnivale, so Richard Bassett keeps a clean sheet. Over 65 minutes of action and keeps that tremendous record going in the Willamette goal. Goals either side of halftime now for Willamette, and they find themselves in control 2-0. Still not a ton threatening their goal from Southwestern. One goal line scramble moments ago, the closest that the Pirates have come. Throw in, sent down the line. DeHaven puts it into the area. Piscasio brings it under control and has his clearance blocked behind for a goal kick. No foul, says the referee, as DeHaven tracks the ball down 25 yards from goal. Stinked over the top, and nobody was making the run. And a handball from Peyton Sullivan brings the play to a stop. Midfield three at the moment is Luke Varev, Ryan Sato, and Simon Kidder. Haven't seen a ton out of Sato here in the second half. First half he was all over it. The penalty miss and the terrific goal. Direct ball sent towards Baronian, headed clear by Southwestern. Caleb Allen battling there with the aforementioned Ryan Sato, who puts it out for a Southwestern throw, taken quickly by Malone. Mix up off the ball, and Piscasio stayed down. Nathaniel Blake with the ball inside the area, sits one defender down. The second one makes the crucial block. And Piscasio back up to his feet. Good to see for Willamette as he got tangled up, I believe, with DeHaven away from the play. Blake did well with it once it arrived at his feet inside the area, but shot was too low and easily blocked after he beat the first man. Malone with time at the back. Here's Hebert again, given time as Willamette content with this two-goal lead at the moment just to sit in a defensive shape. Sean Kim puts it out for a throw that Adelman was adamant should have gone his team's way, but either way it'll be in the hands of Southwestern when we return from the hydration break. 22 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock, and 2 goals on the Willamette side of the scoreboard. You're watching NCAA regular season action on the Tiger Network. We'll be right back. Ready here for the final 22 minutes of action. Southwestern immediately looking to get a goal back from the throw-in. Blake tracks it down at the top of the box. Blake gets a shot away on the left foot, blocked by a combination of two Willamette defenders. And nothing to do for goalkeeper Pierluca Carnevale. He's been on the field so far for just about 5 minutes, yet to make a save. Played in all 8 matches last year, going from the start 3 times, but playing the entire second half the other 5. And giving up 3 goals over the entirety of the season. 2 terrific defenses and 2 undefeated seasons on display for these 2 sides last year. At the moment, it's Willamette who have shown their quality in the final third. Can Southwestern conjure something up here as we approach the final 20 minutes? The cross sent in. Cleared away by Vandervelde. It's out of touch right at the halfway line. Malone gets his head up, and there's space at the left back area for Caleb Allen. Kidder to the feet of Baronian, laid off for Sato. Jetstar all the way back to Vandervelde, who returns it to the sophomore who hit the post in the build-up to the second goal. Calm possession at the moment for the Bearcats. And now the Pirates converge all around Simon Kidder. Force a turnover. Looks like 6 or 7 changes for Southwestern on the way as Frey goes to ground and wins a free kick. All 3 of the players that you'd expect to have a say on a free kick chance like this are on the field. Bynum, Blake, and Frey, but Frey's the only one that stays over the ball here. Now Bynum comes across to have a word. Might be the final chance a couple of those players get to make an impression and get their team back in this game as the subs are waiting. It is Frey. It's a good ball towards the near post. And Vandervelde flicks it on. It's out for a corner. Bynum will take. Frey also coming across to the corner flag. We may think about a short option here. Sato sees it. Comes across to cover Skylar Frey. He's named to the All-SCAC freshman team last year. Bynum, this one arcing towards the back post. It comes off the head of Jorgensen and arrives in the arms of Carnevale. Gets his first touch of the ball since coming into the game around the 30-minute remaining mark. Werner Hayes not on the same page as Ali. And now those subs will come in. 7 changes in total. Won't even try and list them all for you. Some of them coming into the game: Keegan Hardy, Jackson Gill, Michael Grimm, Andrew Hernandez returns to the game, Car Panetta, and Fernando Garduno Jaramillo as well. DeHaven, Blake, Bynum, and quite a few others amongst those withdrawn. With 18 minutes to go, and Willamette will answer with 4 changes of their own, trying to keep fresh legs on the field. Looks like it'll be just 1, and the other 3 will follow soon after. Pierce Galloway set to check in for the Bearcats. It's dropped back to Carnevale. Comes off his left foot. And out of bounds in front of some of the traveling support. Pirates will take this opportunity to send it into the box. Scott Wilson has it in his hands. Luke Malone comes up from the back. Only 2 stay back for the yellow and black. And Wilson looks for that near post flick. It is helped on, and Malone towards the back post, where Acuna couldn't get enough of it. And now Artem Baroni in his 1v2 going the other way, but he's got position on the defender. He's holding it up well, waiting for teammates to come help out, but they didn't get there in time. And Ali with a deft touch past the advancing Acuna. Sean Kim looking a bit winded at the moment on the right wing as Ali holds it near the corner flag.
Coming long. Coming long. Good weight. Good, Shawnee.
And there is Sean Kim, who took the moment to catch his breath and then got right back into the fight, winning it back.
Yes, boys. Well in wide.
And the Bearcats just keeping the ball in the Southwestern half right where they won it with a 2-0 lead and 15 minutes and counting remaining. Another header won by Berner Hayes. Got to be up into double digits now. The 6'4" center back, and he challenges here again, and he wins again. Won't be often that he's matched up with another player that's 6'4" as he is today, but he's been commanding even in those even battles in the height department. Carpinetta struggled with the sheer physicality of Berner Hayes in the air and the experience as well. The senior was the defensive player of the year for the Northwest Conference in 18-19, and he's been first team All-NWC in all 3 seasons. He didn't play last year, perhaps just preserving the eligibility, although, of course, he didn't end up counting against players, and many have opted to return to their teams and get one more real shot at a national championship run. As from the corner, Scott Wilson has a chance, turned over the goal. No returning seniors this year for Southwestern. The sole returner for a 5th season on the other side is Anthony Richard Bassett, the goalkeeper we saw for the majority of this game. Changes now as Pierce Galloway re-enters the game for Luke Varev. Phil Doherty as well for Abdul Ali, which shifts Vandervelde back to right back. I think his preferred side. He certainly looked comfortable on the left as well. The defender out of Voorhout, Netherlands, one of the captains for Willamette. He's wrong side, though, of Acuna at the moment. Acuna gets the shot in, and Vandervelde did enough to affect it without actually getting a touch. It's behind for a goal kick. Next up for Southwestern will be Occidental Sunday. Three o'clock kickoff for that one here at McGinley Field. Next week they'll play UTD and Hardin Simmons at home as they prepare for the SCAC season. Dominguez Piscasio comes flying through trying to challenge for that one, and he goes into the book for the reckless nature of the challenge. Southwestern will have a free kick. Carduno Jaramillo and Michael Grimm have both had their chances over dead balls today, and they're both standing over this one as well. They hold the top of the box as Grimm lofts it in. Only as far as Berner Hayes. And eventually Pierce Galloway launches it down the line for Sean Kim to chase. Kim can't get around Reagan Fortner. Good dummy that time. Creates the space for Hernandez, who enters the area. Cut back now on the left foot, and there's a goal back for Carpenetta. He created it with a dummy through for Andrew Hernandez, who will get the assist on a great left-footed strike for Carpenetta. And all of a sudden, all the energy is with Southwestern as they chase another goal to equalize. Edwin Ortiz going to take the place of Sean Kim. Ortiz started this game and looked really strong in the first half. We haven't seen him since, so see if he's got 13 minutes left in his legs. He'll swap wings with Jet Star. It was all looking comfortable till the moment of magic from Carpenetta, who scored in the first game as well. Opened up the defense and placed it past Pierluca Carnevale. Nothing the goalkeeper could really do about it. If there was, I'm sure he would hear about it from assistant coach Quinn Nottage, who was the goalkeeper the last time that Willamette came to town, as well as their NCAA tournament run that ended here against UMHB. He's the goalkeeping coach for the women's team, as well as the first assistant for the men's side. So a pair of former players for the Willamette program currently leading it, and Sam Adelman and Quinn Nottage. It's the Bearcats who are currently leading this game, but it's looking a little more perilous than before. The lead cut in half, and tired legs all over the field wearing white uniforms. One steps over the ball, the other sends it in for Southwestern. Closest to it was Scott Wilson. Pirates can't keep it alive as Doherty sends it skyward. Ortiz back defending. Jaramillo, way too much on that cross. Coach Norman encouraging his team to stay high and press from the front here, as they feel that equalizing goal is there for the taking. Willamette go long from the goal kick. Baronian tries to help it along. Sato, the misplaced header, and it arrives at the feet of Hernandez, who's got an assist. A couple years after the last time he set up a goal for Southwestern. His 6th collegiate assist now in 41 games. Kidder slips on the ball and turns it over. You probably hear the conversation getting heated between Coach Adelman and the linesman. And there's going to be a conversation between coach and official as Elton Garcia comes across. Meanwhile, Southwestern setting up the set piece from a throw. Referee heads back to get in position. Sent into the box by Malone. Trying to flick on at the near post. Jaramillo puts it across. And this one ends up at the Willamette bench. Bounces over the benches and track down a spare ball to get play going once again. Southwestern playing with all the urgency they can at the moment. This one's lofted in. And that composure on the ball that Willamette showed for the first 60 minutes seems to have evaporated here in the Texas heat. And now they're doing all the defending as Dominguez-Piscasio puts that one out for another throw. Malone takes it quickly. Jetstar immediately puts it back out. And the shout comes from the Southwestern bench to set this one up. That means everyone into the box, just two stay back in yellow and black. Again, looking for the head of Carr Panetta. This one is flicked on by Panetta into a dangerous area. Willamette looked to scramble it clear. Only as far, though, as Keegan Hardy. Sends it all the way back to Fortner. Loose touch from Galloway. We didn't see that in the first half. His fatigue starting to settle in. That header keeps the pressure on Willamette as Acuna sends it into the box looking for Panetta. Another chance for Acuna. Kept himself onside, sends a low ball in. And the top of the box for Jaramillo. And Galloway gets a foot in. I have to think that might be the way forward for Southwestern as they've struggled to beat Brenner Hayes in the air all game. I think Galloway might have some bleeding as the referee stopped the game. Send him to the sideline. A ripped jersey. It looks like it is indeed bleeding from the nose. He checks out. And Luke Varav will try and see this one out. 6.5 minutes to go. Big moment for the first-year midfielder from Newbury Park, California. He goes straight into the heart of the action. Shown well so far. Two more subs are waiting for Willamette at the next opportunity. As Vandervelde gets a foot in. And a late tackle from Keegan Hardy. And Jaramillo accidentally knocks it into Vandervelde, who was on the ground. Immediately across to apologize. That one wasn't intentional, as heated as this game has been at points throughout. Subs will still wait. Vandervelde down the line for Stars. First touch is loose. And Varev puts it out for a Southwestern throw. Again, a host of their starting players set to come back in for the final 5 minutes. This time just one goal away from forcing overtime. Bynum, Blake, DeHaven, and Sam Valentine. 4 changes for Southwestern. Acuna and Hernandez, a couple that are replaced. On the other side, Ruelas replaces Baronian. another change as well, which still looking out for it. It's like Max Brown, who made the run there ahead of Ruelas. Ruelas again past the defender, and he heads to the corner. Looks like Brown came in for Starr to confirm that final change. Ruelas cannons that one off the defender. Brown tries to track it down, but possession arrives at the feet of the Pirates. 4.5 minutes to go. Willamette looking to continue an 8-game winning streak. Coming over from last season. They're going to have to defend DeHaven here as he snuck in behind. Be a goal kick. Looking for that direct service for DeHaven, who's always looking to test the back line with direct runs. Carnevale launches it forward, 3 around it in white. Ruelas looks to track it down. Bynum turns away from the pressure. Ahead to Blake. Lays it off for Bynum. Immediately put into the space in behind. Headed clear by Piscasio. And now there's numbers in the attack for Willamette, who may look to seal it with a 3rd goal. Varev will just check back. No, instead he looks off the defender and wins a throw on the far side. Time ticking away for Southwestern. Came into this game 1-0 on the season. And they've only got 3 minutes to try and extend this game and keep their own 9-game unbeaten streak alive. I'll put into the corner for DeHaven. Overhit. He won't be able to keep that one in play. It's another goal kick coming for Carnevale, who's had plenty to do since coming in. Conceded the goal, and he also has been teeing the line, as goalkeepers do, and trying to see a game out with clock management. Pierce Galloway, as well as Abdul Ali, back into the game. Dominguez Piscasio checks out, and that puts Vandervelde into the middle. Galloway came in for Ryan Sato, who opened the scoring in the first half in terrific style. Also had a chance from the penalty spot, which he couldn't convert. But as it stands, the winning goal came from Artem Baronian. Didn't know much about it as it cannoned off the post and off of him into the back of the net. But they all count the same. At the moment, it counts for a season-opening win, but they've got 2 minutes left. And the throw-in coming from Southwestern. Top of the box, a chance for Jorgensen. There's Keegan Hardy, actually, who took the effort and had it deflected over top. Nervous moments as the Bearcats look to see out this impressive away victory as it stands. Everybody back on defense. Space at the back post for Malone. But Kidder takes it away. Ruelas with the bicycle kick clearance into the channel. The fresh legs of Max Brown will give chase. The 2 number 26s matched up here in front of the Southwestern bench. Brown still causing problems in the press as the 1-minute call comes from the PA announcer.
1 minute remaining.
Direct ball, looks like it's got enough to get over the line. It does. And Carnevale will take all the time he can with this goal kick. So we're 45 seconds away from deciding today's game. The first played at McGinley Field here in the 2021 fall season. We'll have a couple more coming up on the Tiger Network as both Trinity men's and women's soccer kick off their season. First up, Trinity women's soccer at 6, playing McMurray, and Trinity men's soccer facing Occidental College at 8 p.m. local time. Last chance now for Southwestern. Bynum puts it in behind for DeHaven, who gets to it, put across, and headed clear, only as far as Bynum at the top of the area. Ali puts it as far as he can away from the goal. Malone, one last chance to loft it in, but only as far as Luke Varev, and that'll do it. A goal from long range and a goal from just about as close of a range as you can score is enough for Willamette to take their season opener 2-1 over the Southwestern Pirates, who fall to 1-1 on the year. We'll see them again facing off against Occidental on Sunday. Next up for Willamette will be Trinity, also on Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff for that one. We hope you'll tune in on the Tiger Network for our games all weekend long as we get the 2021 fall soccer season underway. It was a fun one. It was a hot one. And we think it'll be indicative of what's coming the rest of the weekend as well. For now, my name has been Ryan Figert, and we thank you for your time, myself and Josh Moxigemba, making it possible here on the Tiger Network. We'll catch you at 6 o'clock for Trinity Women's Soccer opening the season against McMurray. Don't miss it.